Welcome back to Afternoon Live. When it comes to makeup, there is nothing worse than dropping your favorite powder and then watching it crumble to itty bitty pieces. But instead of throwing it away, you can actually save yourself some money by fixing it yourself. Here to show how, we welcome back makeup artist and beauty professional, our friend Ashonti Turner. Great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Okay, so
I'm glad you're here with us today.
This is the biggest issue I feel like that people get a little discouraged by, because when you have a product and you've just bought it, or it's an old one, it's your favorite, and then it breaks, you feel like you want to throw it away, get rid of it, but we can preserve it, we can fix it.
Because you can see how you've brought us this itty bitty pieces all crumbled. This looks hopeless and very sad.
Awful.
But there is hope.
There is hope, yes. Okay, so first things first that I like to do, I actually like to take a little baggie.
Okay.
You can use a mortar and pestle too, but we're just gonna do it the quick and easy way.
Okay.
We're actually gonna take the compact and just dump everything inside this bag here.
Okay.
Get everything out. And then I have a little spoon for you here too, Hannah, just to kind of get all the little scraps out of the container. So we're just scraping everything.
That's a good idea. I was telling you, I've done this once or twice before with varying degrees of success, so I'm glad that you're here to show me how to really get it done.
Yes, so we're just scraping everything out. Just try to get the compact as clean as possible. Okay. Now we're just gonna kind of shake a rooney.
Okay.
Then we're gonna put the compact back down. Then while it's inside the bag, you wanna get it to be as small as possible as far as particle goes, so just go ahead and zip it up. And then I'm gonna take a little container here just to kind of help smush it. So we're gonna do like a rolling pin action.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Get everything super, super fine.
See, this was the step I skipped before, and I still had weird sizes of different crumbles coming together in the
little
end.
chunks kind of ruins everything too, because they'll kind of break apart. And then you're just kind of messily. Just get it as smooth as possible. And then when you're happy with it, just gonna take a little baggie again. Then we're gonna go ahead and dump it back into the compact, or you can use your spoon if it's easier to kind of spoon it out.
Oh man.
I know, this is the messy part.
This is where you gotta make sure you don't lose it all over again.
Yep.
Okay. This is such a beautiful powder too. I really want her to come back to life.
We need her. We're on vacation. We can't be without her.
There's no time. We can't go to the store. We gotta get this done.
Then we're gonna smooth her out as much as possible. And then use that back end of that spoon to kind of flatten it if you can.
So is this kind of expanding a little bit because there's more like air particles or something?
I want to say that it's because when they're pressing cosmetics, they're using like a hydraulic press, so they're easy to get it super tight. But when you're doing it at home, you can kind of see that there's more product than it looks like before.
Okay.
Then we're gonna take a paper towel. I'm gonna pass you one as well.
Okay.
There's that. And then we're gonna lay a paper towel on top of the compact here, and you're gonna try to get something that's flat as possible, and you're just gonna press it as much as you can. So kind of mimicking the presses that they use at the factories, and just really pressing it back in.
This is kind of a fun arts and crafts project.
You gotta get a little bit of muscle in there so you start sweating.
Hold on.
And we're gonna try to press as much as possible. Are you happy with how flat yours is? I can kind of feel below mine that it's kind of flat-ish. Okay. So we're gonna take that bad boy off. Then we're gonna spray some alcohol. So I'm just gonna show you how much I like to do. So we're gonna get it as wet as possible without turning it into complete cream.
I see, okay.
So I did about 10 sprays there. And I'm just gonna go back in with my paper towel and go back to pressing. So what the alcohol is gonna do is gonna help bind everything together. And then also, it's gonna add as a sort of liquid that's not water, because as soon as the alcohol dries, it evaporates out.
Oh, okay. And this is, I mean, nice and clean again. That alcohol, you can use it to kind of preserve your products anyway.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of wipe the edges. So again, we are losing a little bit of product, but then again, it's better than using it.
It's worth it. Yeah, we're still gonna salvage as much as we can.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then I like to do Q-tips to get it nice and clean.
Look how perfect yours looks.
It's okay. It's
okay.
It doesn't have to be perfect either. I mean, it's a makeup product. It's gonna get messy.
That's true. We're just gonna dip our brushes in it all over again.
Exactly. The only time that you want to keep it super clean is when it's in your purse. But as you can see, pretty much back to normal.
Good as new.
Yeah, and it dries.
So do you want to let it dry for a bit before you actually use it again?
Honestly, you want to let it dry overnight, but I mean, then again, the product is still.
You can see the pigment is there right away.
It's still the same. Still the same product.
So pretty. So Any kind of powder, you think?
Any type of powder. Usually highlighters and blush are a little bit easier because they have a more creamy texture to them. Pressed powders like foundations, you want to leave it overnight because if you start to move it too soon, it can start to crumble.
That makes sense.
So
do you find that different, I guess, levels of products, the drugstore stuff versus high-end, does it respond differently? I think they're so similar now.
I feel like that high-end products are a little bit more sensitive to this a little bit, but not by much. It's not like, again, it's not going to be like super different.
You can still salvage your product if you find yourself in this situation.
But yeah, I would say this works with a lot of things. If it's more like a matte powder, that one is going to be a little bit more difficult, and you have to do that more soupy consistency to really get everything mixed in, so it's not crumbly.
Still better than losing the whole thing.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. This was such a great life hack.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
We'll have more information about Ashonti on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.